Chronically unaffordable is how housing in Sydney has been described, at least by the city's peak advocacy and urban policy think tank, the Committee for Sydney. On their website, 6th of September 2023, they released a report titled Chronically Unaffordable Housing. The report shows that this isn't just hurting regular people now. This is costing the economy more than $10 billion per year. The median property price is over 13.3 times the price of median income, up from 8.3 a decade ago. It's just getting worse. In the world's 20 most unaffordable cities for housing, Sydney is ranked second least affordable after Hong Kong. We've got to be clear that what we're experiencing isn't just a short-term housing crisis, it's now chronic, and it's costing Sydney's talent, innovation and productivity more than $10 billion per year. Here's the actual report. So what exactly do they mean by chronically unaffordable? Where the median property price is more than 8 times greater than the median household income for more than 5 consecutive years, where more than 33% of renter households are in housing stress, that is, they are paying more than 30% of their income on housing costs, where benchmarks place the city in the world's 20 most unaffordable cities for housing. Sydney currently fulfils all these criteria. This affects talent acquisition. Businesses lose staff due to people being unwilling to commute or not able to afford to live in the city. Consequently, companies no longer have an adequate talent pool to draw from. Ultimately, this has resulted in big cities losing 0.4 to 0.7% of their workforce each year, as seen in San Francisco, Greater Toronto and Greater London. Expensive houses are not beneficial to society. Innovation is stifled as big companies have less money to spend on R&D, as the costs of land and talent are so high. Productivity inefficiencies increase as the cost of doing business increase. Wasted time for workers as they have to travel further and further to find affordable accommodation, with many companies just choosing to move away to less expensive but less productive markets. This leads to other knock-on effects, such as less demand for other goods as people devote more of their income towards housing, less investment because more credit is diverted towards property, so-called misallocation of capital, less career development as less money is spent on training and risk-taking, long-term issues with well-being, both physical and mental health, service quality is reduced as less and less workers can afford to live near where they are needed. Commuting costs obviously go up, resulting in increased pollution as people have to commute or drive further, disruption to social cohesion, disruption to tacit knowledge creation, effects on happiness, loneliness and work-life balance, inequality, vibrancy and nighttime economy. There's strong correlation between an increase in house prices and a decrease in the number of restaurant reservations, sporting event attendance, and reduction in arts, culture, and theatre attendance. Transport emissions go up, less access to important services. From the findings of this report, there is almost no benefit in having chronically overpriced housing. It only benefits a rich few, and only temporarily as people and businesses start to move away. Chronically unaffordable housing is costing Sydney $10 billion a year. It's dragging Sydney down and threatening its competitiveness and its standing as a fair and equitable city. So what can be done? The report concludes, 1. Introduce an inclusionary zoning target to provide affordable housing in new developments. 2. Invest more in building social and affordable housing. And 3. Bring on more housing density. But you know one thing the report doesn't mention? Population. These problems are caused entirely by too much rapid increase in human population. And where does all this population increase come from? Immigration, mainly. The current government are fixated on creating a big Australia with a population of 40 million or more by the 2060s. It's in their latest intergenerational report released last month. This population crisis is entirely created by the government. They continue to flood Australia with a record number of migrants in order to keep this Ponzi scheme going, but at what cost to everyone living here? I don't think this situation in Sydney is solvable as long as the government refused to turn off the immigration tap.